Welcome to Dr. Krystal's podcast, Inspiring Sacred Stories. I am your host, Dr. Krystal, a doctor of East Asian medicine and a holistic transformational coach. Here we will shine light on wisdom keepers, paradigm shifters who inspire us to live thriving, joyful lives. Let's be inspired. Although I am a doctor of East Asian medicine, this podcast is for educational and inspirational purposes only. It does not replace professional medical advice. Please consult a qualified healthcare provider for guidance on your personal health needs. Today, my special guest is Princess Superstar, a true rock star, rapper, singer, and DJ known for her punk rock attitude, razor-sharp writing skills that turn club tracks into unforgettable hooks. First through the UK with Bad Babysitter, a top 20 hit, and then took things to another level with Perfect, which went platinum in the UK. Most recently, Perfect found a whole new generation after appearing in the film Saltburn, sending the track back up the charts and earning a gold status in the US. She is a true original, genre-blending, bold, hilarious, and absolutely iconic Princess Superstar. Welcome to the Dr. Krystal Podcast, Inspiring Sacred Stories. Well, it is such an honor to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was quite an opening.
So the first question I always like to ask people is, what does sacred mean to you?
Sacred means something that is very holy, something that is precious, and kind of like your relationship with the divine. That could be like creativity or, literal praying. Yeah, that's what it means to me.
Yeah. I would also imagine with you, because I've seen your Instagram reels, that humor and having fun,
Mm.
secret, right?
Yes, and I love that. I love that, and I think like mixing like sacred with profane is always like super fun, and that paradox. I think like laughing is healing energy, and it certainly helped me in my life.
Right.
Through hard times. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, which is a great segue to what's that sacred story that you would like to share today?
Oh, well, I think this story I have to share about how my song went viral after 17 years after I wrote it. Like, I think that that's a real sacred story because basically I had a really good career between 2000 and 2010 where I was like touring all over the world. I was very successful. And then my career sort of started slipping away. I I I think that looking back, I really had to go through a lot of personal transformation. Um, I was sort of arrogant, thinking that I'd always be a rock star, that it was just going to go on forever like that, and really like not so much focusing on my spiritual development, even though I had gotten sober. I started my spiritual path like when I got sober, I would say in 2004, off of drugs and alcohol. But there was this part of me that was just like arrogant. That's all I could say, really. And it's kind of like, in the hero's journey where that the hero is just like doesn't want to do the thing he's supposed to do, to save the world. It was like that. So anyways, it feels like the divine just sort of took away my career to be like, okay, like here, deal with this. And I had to go into a lot of humility and kicking and screaming. It wasn't graceful at all. I had to like get, normal work. I couldn't, I wasn't getting any more gigs. It was really painful, super painful. And then I had my daughter. 2011, I had her, and that was like the best, most amazing sacred thing in the whole world. I still though had like this hole of like not being an artist anymore, and And I kept doing spiritual work. I met my amazing spiritual teacher and, and he really helped me focus on humility and things. And then I cleaned up a lot of resentments that I had on the music industry. And then all of a sudden being like, 10 years or 12 years. Boom, my song went viral. And all of a sudden, all these people were like, would you like to tour again? Would you like a manager? Would you like a booking agent? Would you like this big record deal? Like, out of nowhere, except for all the work that I had done. So that was like so beautiful. That happened last year and it's still going strong.
That's amazing. And how old was your daughter when that happened?
She was like 13.
Oh my
Perfect
gosh.
teenager.
I
Yeah.
love this story. I mean, think
Yeah.
about how many people are starting over or have life humble them, right? Because that's
Mm,
sort of, I feel like when I was 20 and 30, I thought I knew things, I thought I knew something.
yeah.
It was like, oh, actually, I don't know anything. And then you're starting over and it's like, oh, well, when's it gonna happen for me? And it's like this, what a beautiful story that you had reached your fame and your vision, your goals, and then you got humbled and had your daughter and then did a lot of work on yourself and then a miracle happened.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a straight miracle for sure. I mean, like it's just wild. Like I'm 54 years old and I am like, on stage performing to kids half my age. Like it doesn't really happen. Like it's really a miracle.
Oh my god, I love that, and there's so much, I mean, that's truly inspiring to be 54 and up on the stage rocking it out, princess superstar, like, that's incredible because there's so much ageism in our culture and in our world
Mm.
that says that, like, "Oh, once we've hit middle age, it's," they no longer want us, but that's not true anymore.
Yeah, it's really not true. And I love seeing those things on Instagram where it's like, in the 80s, this is what like 54 looked like, and it was like a golden girl or something.
Oh, no.
And now it's like, like look how we can look. Like we look good, but more importantly than looking good, like we feel good and we feel, I feel like this is a new era in my life and it's wild. Like I'm having so much fun. And it's also hard. Like it's all the things. It's not like this fantasy, but it is a miracle and I'm so grateful and I really like it's like I have a second chance to do it again. That's how it really feels. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. In Chinese medicine, East Asian medicine, they consider middle age as your second spring.
Oh, well, I love that. I never heard that before. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what's happening for me right now. And it's like I'm doing all the things that I used to do, like playing around the world and stuff. But the gratitude that I feel this time is like you can't even measure it. Like,
Oh,
I used to take it for granted and everything. And it's like, oh my God, I get to go to Australia or I get to do all this stuff. And like in the past, like I was like, oh, whatever. I'm so tired. How much are they paying me? Like,
yeah.
or like, not connecting with people in the way that I do now. Like I just connect so much more deeply, like with everyone from the person that, is the Uber driver to the ticket
Mm.
taker or whatever. I mean, back in the day, like I hate to say it, but like I was just like, oh, whatever, like don't talk to me. I'm too tired. Like this is too annoying. Like, cause touring is hard work, it is. But like, what do you do with that? What kind of attitude do you have around it?
It sounds like you have your heart open to
Mm.
to our family, the spirit, the human family that
Yeah,
yeah, that
that's it. I love that. Yes.
yeah, and
Yeah.
giving love and kindness to everyone and
Mhm.
that gratitude is like a superpower, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's that key to the miracles, opening for us, and I forget all the time, like, "Oh, yeah, wait, what am I grateful for?" And
Mm.
what's already present and here, and so that's such an inspiring story. So, I'm so curious of what was the normal job you had to go back to during that time where you had to reconfigure everything and not know what was coming?
Yeah. I didn't when I finally realized that I had to get like a normal job and not be a rock star anymore, I was so devastated. And I was like, I don't even know what to do. I mean, I was touring for like 10 years straight and I was like, I don't even know. I was so disconnected from like what normal people do. Like it's so weird to say that because obviously in the 90s I had work normal jobs, but anyways, you get into this it's such a weird thing, fame, and performing and everything, like where you're paid like a few $1,000s, for an hour or whatever, like, and it's like, so I was like, okay, I do like being on Instagram and like I do like branding and that sort of things. Like I always sort of like helped art direct my records and stuff. So I was like, I could maybe do branding or like do people's social media. So that's what I did is I got a few freelance jobs like doing people's social media and some branding work, but it was like few and far between. It wasn't like a lot of money. And then also I had to understand like, well, you're now what you used to get for an hour, you get for a month of work, if you get the work even. And then like it was tough. And I remember also my husband lost his job. Like we really went through it. Like we were in the desert, like, in New York City, like with hardly any money, like, but you know, God took care of us, and, I look back on that time with fondness almost because it was like, again, like a test, right? Like that, and, we were taken care of. Yeah.
And during that time, you were also already sober, is that right?
Mhm, mhm, that was another thing. I was like, "Hey, I'm sober, I'm, like, doing this work, where's my money? Where's my career?" Right? It almost was like insult to injury. I was like, "I'm doing all the things, God, like, what the hell?" You know?
Mm. Well, I think that's such a beautiful story. Thank you so much for sharing it. And what's on the next horizon? What's your next vision for yourself?
Yeah, I'm really excited because, one of the things that did open up to me, I look at it like a door, right? If you're like it's so interesting, the music biz, and I'm sure like any other industry, but it's like, are they going to open the door or are they going to close the door? Like the door was closed to me for so long. Or like I have another producer friend, he calls it the velvet rope. He's like, are you going to get let into the VIP or not? So,
Mhm.
anyways, the door opened up for me last year, and I got to work with like all of these amazing producers, people who, I wanted to work with for so long. And like, it was just a no or a ghost or whatever. Yeah. Anyways, this has opened up for me. And so I've been recording the whole year some of the best music I've ever made because of my new, what did you call it? The spring,
The
the
second spring.
the second spring, I love that. Yeah, so I've been making this incredible music, so I was like, "Okay, I gotta put out a record." So in, May 22nd, I'm gonna, release my 7th record, or it might be my 8th record. I have to look, I forget how many records I've made. But what I do know is I haven't put out a record for like 12 or 13 years. So
Oh,
it'll be
wow.
my first record in that amount of time. So I'm so excited about that. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations. That's so exciting. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, me too. Like when it's done, I can't wait to hear that. Yeah, so I'm really excited. So I have that. And then I'm also going on a tour. I'm supporting a really amazing group from the 90s called Lords of Acid. So we're doing an American tour in May, and that's like a 25-date tour, which I'm excited about, except for I'm like, oh God, am I going to sleep on that tour bus? I don't know.
Sleep is so important. Yes.
I know. And it's like, going on a tour bus, like that really is like a 20 or 30-year-old person's game. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
anyways, again, I'm so grateful. It's going to be amazing to tour America. I haven't done that in a million years, like so
Oh,
long.
wow.
So yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. How old
Mhm.
is your daughter now?
She's 14 now.
14. Oh, yeah. So how does she ever get to go with you on some of these tours? Or
Yeah.
how are you balancing motherhood with this exciting life?
Yeah, well, it's funny because I think, like, this happened, just in time, actually. Like, I feel like, God really wanted me with her in her early years, like, because also we
Mhm.
were, like, homeschooling and stuff, and then, she decided to go to school, and she loves school, in the 8th grade, and now she's more independent, so she really, can handle me leaving, but it's still hard. I do get to take her, like, so the past 2 summers, I've taken her to Europe with me when I had
Mm,
some gigs, and that is so, so, so amazing. Like, that is probably one of the most amazing things to be able to take her where I'm going. She can see me play sometimes and, yeah, and go around the world with me is freaking I mean, I can't even put a price on that, like, that's just
mm,
amazing.
totally. And for her to see you in your living your life is such what a gift to give her to be that role model, to show her
Yeah,
that, hey, I can be a woman and be a badass at the same time and make my dreams come true and be a mom and, you're learning from me and seeing me, it's like yeah, it's priceless what you're giving her and giving her like a worldly experience and
yeah,
showing her a sober life and you living your dreams. I think it's awesome.
yeah. Yeah,
So,
it is really amazing, and, I also am, like, so fortunate because, like, my husband can stay with her when I tour, and he doesn't work, like, a normal job, so it's like, um, it it just all works out like that. I mean,
yeah.
it's not to say like, marriage is super hard. You're a doctor, oh my god, I have to work on my marriage all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm very blessed, yeah.
They say it's the highest form of yoga.
Oh, yeah, I agree, all of my shit comes up with my husband.
Yes. The yoga is all about, finding that union within, right? And union with yourself and with your higher power. And then it means a lot of different things to different people. But then they say when you get married, that's like the highest form. And like, it's like the most challenging yoga, right? It's so, yeah, it's where
So
we,
challenging.
yeah. But I love it because, it's so common these days now that men are staying at home and playing that role while women are out
Mm,
living their dreams and it all works out in the end like that there's just no right or wrong or one way that we have to do this right being a parent and you know so
exactly, like, and he, like, loves to cook, and he's super good at, like, cleaning and stuff, and, like, I don't know, I don't have that gene, like, of cooking and I don't have it. But
no yeah
he's, and so I'm very, very lucky, and that's super valuable. Yeah.
oh well I am so happy for you I celebrate your success and your story and your motherhood and your music and your art and everything. If there was a sacred practice that you think would be beneficial to share that is in part of your life, um, what would that be that you'd like to share with people?
Okay, well, one thing I'm really working on, like, this year for myself is to, like, stay out of judgment of others and take more responsibility. That
Mm,
is one thing that I'm working on. It's so difficult. We're constantly judging everyone all the time. And, I'm very judgmental and I think I know, like speaking of like being married, it's like, oh, you should be this way and you should be that way and blah blah blah. And so I'm working on like taking more responsibility within myself of like keeping the focus on myself, and what I can change and what I can do. So I think like more reflection on that. And I think the world would be a better place if we all took more responsibility for
mm.
how we behave and how we act. Yeah.
instead of always looking out at the other person. I
Mm.
love Yeah, thank you. That's so important on top of all the gratitude, so
Mhm.
so if people wanted to find you, where could they find you online?
Well, Princess Superstar is my Instagram handle, and then I really also really love TikTok. TikTok is super fun. Don't be afraid of TikTok, anybody. It's like really a nice platform to promote yourself. So anyway, that's at the real Princess Superstar.
Yeah, and I highly recommend it. Your posts are hilarious and fun and entertaining, so
Oh,
I
thank you.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining the Dr. Crystal Podcast, Inspiring Sacred Stories. We are all family here. And until next time, remember your healing and your story matter, and you are not alone.
Love that. Thank you so much. This was so great.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me on Dr. Crystal's podcast, Inspiring Sacred Stories. If today's episode lifted you up, I'd love if you shared it with a friend, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps more people discover these stories of light and transformation. And if you'd like to work with me more closely, head over to www.drcrystalkinnanen.com. And as a thank you for listening to the show, you'll receive $20 off your first session. Details are also in the show notes. Remember, in this time of rapid change and transformation, you are not alone. You are part of a greater shift, and your inspired life matters. Until next time, let's be inspired.